Hello everyone and welcome to American Truck Simulator. Today we are going to be playing with a modded truck, the Kenworth 521 series. This is my day cab, straight stacks and all that fun stuff, original wheels and tires. It is period correct, including the 240 horse engine. So yeah, it's running the Detroit 671 inline 6, 240 horsepower and like 1100 foot-pounds of torque through a 18-speed twin-stick transmission. So all this is pretty well period correct. So yeah, and did I say it's two-stroke? Because it's two-stroke. So we're taking this load. It's not too far. It's roughly 200 miles just to the north. And as soon as I get my buttons here. Yeah, let's see where we're going on the map. Here we're going up to Rayton, however you want to say it. Not my favorite town in the game, but you know, just a nice little drive. That way I can show you guys the truck, the engine sounds, the interior, and everything like that. This is a modded vehicle, and there should be a Facebook link in the description below so you can get it for yourself. Now this is paid, okay, so everything works on this, all the blinkers, all the lights, wipers, all that fun stuff, switches all work. So I think the high switch works too. No, it doesn't move out, but yeah, it's a little bit dark right now. It's 6 o'clock in the morning. Well, it's not dark, but yeah, we're driving real automatic. I don't have my shifter set up for this yet. So yeah, let's get going. I also think about my seat has changed position. Oh no, that's right. It has very wide mirrors. I forgot. You had to look. Never mind. I was like, whoa, whoa, whoa. Alright. So, need to make this turn. Well, not that long. So, now I've actually had the joy of working on quite a few of these engines. This is what I started working on when I was in diesel mechanic school. Our teacher was a Detroit diesel tech, so it was always neat. Got to see all kinds of different ones. The 671 is the most common. They started building them in like 1938. They've been in everything from the M3 Stewart in a twin pack to boats and trucks, buses. Buses are really popular, but the 671 on those, and I don't really like those. They're a pain in the butt to work on. You could actually get this motor from 1 to 24 cylinders. So yeah, they're pretty neat. They're all mechanically run. There's no electronics to the engine at all. The only electrical that goes to it is the shutdown for the fuel. So whenever you turn it off, how is it? It either grounds out or sends power. I'm pretty sure it grounds out the fueling solenoid for the rack. We're returning here. Now, like I said, this is a two-stroke truck, so kind of like an older dirt bike. The motor will not run without a supercharger on it. It's not a supercharger, they technically call it a blower because it's not causing a positive shift in atmospheres. The blower was actually really loosely run. But what happened is there's no intake valves. The intakes are actually on ports in the cylinder walls, little windows. So you would the piston would go down, the blower would push air because you don't have that vacuum necessary to pull the air in. So yeah, then the blower would push the air in, the cylinder go up, compress, bang, suck, squeeze, bang, blow all day long. And I've seen a few of these run up to 3,000, 3,200 RPM, which doesn't seem like a lot if you're driving a car, but normal engines these days, I think the 379 C15 runs like max 1,800. So yeah, the 671 was 6 cylinders, 71 cubic inches a cylinder, so it's about a Honda engine. I think a Honda 1.6 comes out to 90 something cubic inches. I think that's how it comes out. But yeah, this is what all the old school guys used to drive. I've driven a couple twin sticks myself. They're pretty fun. You've got they're not specific. Every truck's different. Well, not every truck, but they were modified and different uses and everything like that. Mack had the most sense out of all of them. You had a tri-pack, which was a 5 and a 3, and a quadra-pack, which was a 5 and a 4. So you got 20 speeds or 15 speeds, or however you want to lay it out, because you had low that you didn't split, and a couple other different arrangements. It all come down to how you did it. And then there's some more that had triple sticks, but the triple stick, unless it was a piece of very heavy farm machinery, was actually just a split axle. It wasn't another transmission. So you would go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on the main box, switch the aux box to either, okay, if it was a Mack quadruplex, it would be from low to direct, because your reverser was on the auxiliary box, so you wouldn't go into reverse, you go from low to direct, and then 1, 2, 3, or 2, 3, 4, 5 again, then shift over into overdrive, and then 2, 3, 4, 5. You wouldn't use one was low. I don't even think it was listed on the shift pattern on the cab as low. And we're actually speeding just a little bit. Well, like I said, this is only 240 horsepower, but it likes to run. You get it racked out and it will run for days. Not very good on gas. They were never good on gas. Never good on oil. Leaked a lot of oil. And they also had really bad valve problems, because where they burned a lot of oil the way the engine was set up, you had some issues with the old oil would ash up really hard and actually clog up the exhaust valve, so you had a lot of head work that had to be done. They would get hot spots and crack, and I mean, the motor's old, but they like to sing, and I think my jig is on press and hold for one of my switches. It didn't hold like it normally does. I'm wearing the Rebels. Yeah, it's a pretty well made mod. The textures all look right except for the dash is a little bit shiny. They normally use a matte paint. Back then, you didn't want the light shining off the dash back into the driver's eyes. It would be very, very annoying. And the cabs were also very, very skinny. That's why the mirrors were extremely wide, just to see around the outside. Creature comforts were not the primary concern. But yeah, I pretty well like the truck. I mean, it's a good looking mod. It has that look that it needs to have. You know, it's not too dark. I think most of the colors in this game kind of tick me off. Like, your chrome doesn't look like chrome. Your brushed aluminum looks more like chrome. It just doesn't have that that appeal to it. We totally cut that car off. Yeah, I mean, we're at 240 horsepower and we're zipping right along, so we do not have a problem with power. Now, the blowers is actually an interesting story. If you ever look up an old school blower, like the ones you see stick out of the hood of some of the cars, they were either called 671 blowers or 871 blowers. And they would actually take either the blower off of a 671 or the bigger blower off of an 871, modify them. The porting was done differently. The vanes and everything were met to higher tolerances. Instead of being gear driven, they were turned to belt driven, and I think the ratios were changed up inside of it to actually build a lot of boost. A lot. I think a 671 kit's like 7 or 8 psi, which is plenty of bang for the buck. You can pick up one of these blowers for pretty cheap. I think they're like, if you find a shop that has a bunch of these parts laying around, you can probably pick up a blower for a couple $100, because nobody uses them anymore. They're just completely obsolete. But yeah, let's there's your Jake sound. Now see, we've got it under revved. If I could, I would gear down one. You're out of the RPM range. We're only at 1100. 1500 seems to be the sweet spot. Yeah, this is by Blueprint Modding, I think is the name. Again, I've got their link in the description below. It is a paid-for mod. I wasn't paid to make this video or anything. I just really liked the truck after I got it. It was actually a present for me, so totally tickled to death. It's probably my favorite truck to drive besides a stretched out 379, I think is what the Venom truck is. I really like that one. I like the longer American trucks. And yeah, this thing is a blast. I mean, it gives you that sense of old school. I put a bigger motor in it, and it's just not the same. You can get the 450 horse, and I don't know. It just gets up to speed too quick. You don't get that. Oh, I'm working it to death, you know. You can do the south to north in California. I can't remember the road. Is it Route 1? Interstate 1? Something like that? Through all the mountains and everything. And I just like listening to it. Some people hate it, but it is understandable, you know. So it's either an acquired taste or you're so used to it, it doesn't matter anymore. Not sure what that notification was that popped up, but yeah, this one's cracked out at 2200 RPM. Looks like another load of equipment coming in. Now, the way most of these people would shift these, because again, it's a twin stick, you might have to do the main box and auxiliary box shift at the same time. The gradient, the wheels were very, very large, and they would actually clock them wrong. So instead of the top time pointing straight up, it would actually be pointed straight down. And you would take your arm and loop through the steering wheel, grab onto the main shifter with your left hand, the auxiliary shifter with your right, and shift both of those at the same time while trying to steer the truck. Not steer it a lot, but enough. We're gonna get stuck. Now who's faster? Well, he is, because he ran it. Huh. No Jakes in town. It's impolite. Especially with one of these old rattle traps. Pipe them anyway. But yeah, here we are in Rayton. The load wasn't that heavy, it was just a front wheel loader, I'm pretty sure. Or it was either a front wheel loader or a... I can't get to the key for the camera right now. Yeah, front wheel loader, nothing big. Again, it's a very, very pretty truck. Like I said, the textures and everything are done right. I mean, that's a polished example, don't get me wrong. But the chrome is like it should be too. You see how reflective it is? It actually looks correct. Where the chrome piece on the front of that truck doesn't look... To me, it doesn't look right. I'm not sure if I need that lane. Yeah, I do. I better let the bus pass. Go on, bus. Wow, I'm all over the road today. I haven't been drinking, I promise. Yeah, we cut a little bit. Nothing. Nobody got hurt, nobody died. Now, if I'm thinking right, this one's just the hard parts in a building. So it shouldn't be too awful bad. Or maybe it's the job site where you gotta back up the hill. I think it's the job site. No? Not there. I don't think I've been to this one. Nope, stop short. Okay, how we want to do this? Where is it at? Back in the back. Huh. See, now this would be one of them times where you wish you could walk around. Because even though the map shows a certain size of area, you know, it shows the little outline of what the truck and trailer should be. It makes you think, well, is that really what it is? Probably not supposed to be driving through here. Okay, a minute. Oh, it looks like we got all kinds of room. Oh, they put the other front loader there. Okay, let's see if I can park today. What's that spot actually at? Is it in between them? It's in between them. Come on. That's gonna be tight. I may have tried to straighten too soon. That's my clearance on the other side that I can't see. Okay, we'll straighten up a little bit. Just gotta watch our turn. Oh yeah, we got all kinds of room. Keep it cut. Walk it back just a little bit. I think I'm straight. Is the trailer straight? Trailer must not be straight enough. I'm in the trigger. Aren't I? It looks like I'm in the trigger. There we go. I was getting a little worried. There we go. So again, not a big haul, almost level 12. So yeah, that's the Kenworth 521. And if you want to get it, I would get it. To me, it's worth it. Again, I got it as a present, but to me, it's worth it. Just the overall look of it. Oh, I'm still in reverse. Pulled out here in the sun. It is extremely well made. You got your little rack for your airlines because it is a stretch frame. It holds 150 gallons of gas or diesel, so that's the only downfall. I'd like to see some more options for a toolbox. Where the step is, there's normally a toolbox there and one on this side instead of straight panes. The headlights and everything are fine, stacks are fine. My only real complaint is the sleeper. Whenever you have the sleeper and turn around, you can look through it. So yeah, and it's all spring ride too, the airbags. But and what kind of fifth wheel? That is a Holland, because instead of straight cuts, they have diamond cuts on the locks for the fifth wheel side. So the more you know. Now you know. But yeah, that's the Kenworth 521. Hopefully y'all like the little quick video, and we'll see you in the next one.